Hi friends and good morning. Welcome back to another video. My name is Talia and I'm going to be talking today about Nclex study and Nclex prep. If you have test anxiety like me, then this is the video for you. So I started studying about 3 to 4 weeks out from the Nclex. And one of the biggest helps to me was actually creating a schedule. I started studying on the 8th and then I finished studying, or my test was on the 4th. So I scheduled my test about a month out and I took it on February 4th. One of the biggest things to me, or one of the biggest resources you can use, is by buying a book and kind of going along. Essentially what the Nclex is it's pretty much a review of everything that you've learned in nursing school. Or the book that I used was the Comprehensive Nclex ATI Review book for RN, because I took the RN Nclex, but I think there's a PN one too as well. So yeah, so I just went through this and I scheduled it on my calendar. And you don't have to read the whole book, but I would recommend kind of focusing on the areas you don't know. So if you see an area, if you're going through the pages and you see an area that you don't know, I would really recommend you really focus and hone in on those areas and read the whole portion of it. But there's the ATI Greenlight program, and if you use ATI throughout your nursing school, then this is something that may be in the package that they have for you. So you might want to ask about it or inquire about it if they haven't told you about it. But I thought that this was like one of the greatest reviews. So what it does is it takes you through every single subject that you've tested on previously in nursing school. So it takes you through fundamentals, med-surg, mental health. It takes you through every single subject, and it gives you information that you should go over, information that you should study, a proctored test at the end, and it'll give you a score range of like what you need to score. And so if you get that score, it still provides you with information or review. It gives you that focused review that you probably used to if you did do the ATI throughout nursing school. Or two things that I used for questions were, originally I was just using Archer, and Archer is great because one, it's cheaper than some of the other question resources, and two, provides you with CAT tests, and I think that they're very straightforward. Another thing with Archer though is that Archer gives you videos and resources for you to kind of learn and review some of the subjects that you're not familiar with, and it's kind of just a crash course. The package that I purchased, it gives you a live review, and so I think it's a 24-hour, I think it's 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 or something like that. So 2 days, 9 to 5, which sounds like a long time, but I promise you it was so beneficial. They go over pretty much every single subject, important things to know. They give you easy ways to memorize things. And I think that the most beneficial portion of the live review is that it's interactive. So they ask you questions and you kind of have to answer in the chat box. And you can ask questions if you want, and I thought that was so helpful. It was a 2-day review, and I did that sometime around the beginning of me starting studying for the Nclex. And there's one a month, I believe, and then you can go back and you could always review that video if you'd like. There are so many other videos that you can do. There's farm videos, there's mother-baby videos, there's just so many videos and so many resources that are available to you for such a low price. Next, I'm going to be talking about UWorld. So UWorld, another great resource. What I really loved about UWorld is the rationales that it provided. So UWorld provided so many rationales, and it was just, the breakdown was easy. The verbiage was like easy to read. It was concise. It was great. I think I learned so much just by doing the UWorld questions. With UWorld, I didn't get the package that tells you the likelihood of you passing the Nclex, but I still thought it was very beneficial to just go through the questions. It tells you where you're at in comparison to your peers. And if you guys are interested in knowing where I was at, I think I was at like the 92 percentile when I was doing those questions. One thing I will say though, when doing questions, is that you're not always going to get a high score. I think, and I'll talk to you more about my tutor, but my tutor really helped me because she really helped me to understand that it's not really about, it's more so about the journey and like figuring out and learning learning before the test, so that you understand before the test rather than getting everything right. So sometimes I would get frustrated with myself, like, oh, I'm not going to pass the test because I'm not passing these Nclex study questions, but it was more so just about reading and learning from the questions rather than what the score was at the end. It's about what you get out of it. Okay, so another resource that I used was Nclex. Nclex is on nursing.com. I didn't really use any of the resources. They have a free 3-day trial, which was great. I ended up paying for the first month anyway, but I did do, I think, 4 or 5 Nclexes. Nclex tests, which are essentially simulation Nclex testing. It takes you through the questions, and it's also very adaptive, and it'll ask you harder questions or easier questions based on how you're answering the questions, if you get them right or wrong, and how you're adapting to the test. So that was kind of helpful, I felt like. I think it just gave me some more confidence, but I think overall, Nclex, UWorld, and Archer do a good job of kind of simulating what the actual Nclex looks like in terms of like just the interface. So it's like the blue banner and the white background. I think they do a good job of doing that. So you're kind of feeling like you're taking the Nclex. And so once you get to the Nclex, you feel a little bit more prepared because you've seen this kind of background before. Test strategies are so important when it comes to the Nclex. If you don't know an answer, you might want to fall back on your test strategies. And I think pretty much any Nclex review book that you look at, or any Nclex review book that you look over, they have some sort of breakdown of like how to do test strategies. Testing methods are super important. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes that I took on my iPad. And then lastly, what I did is I saw that the Mark Klimek lectures were on YouTube, so I went ahead and listened to the Mark Klimek lectures. And that's really it. I think that, I didn't mention this before, but I did pass the Nclex in 75 questions. When I was taking the Nclex, I felt fairly confident about taking it, and so I felt overall I was pretty prepared. I obviously was very nervous. Go in there and you put your headphones on if you want the headphones on, and if not, you don't put the headphones on. There's earplugs available as well, and Pearson does a really good job of accommodating you in whatever you need there. So I did the 75 questions, the test shut off, and then I kind of just waited till the next day to see whether or not the results were posted. My results were posted, and then I saw that I had passed the test. Thank goodness. Again, just an overview of what I did. For questions, I use Archer and UWorld. I really recommend utilizing a book for review. Archer also has the live review, the 2-day live review, which is awesome. I cannot express enough how awesome that is. And then what else? Nclexnursing.com, that's helpful resource as well. They also have videos if you're somebody that likes videos. YouTube has a ton of videos that you can watch for free at no cost. And then ATI's review, really, I feel like that really is one of the greatest reviews that I could have done. But yeah, that's really it. I wish you the best of luck, and whoever's taking this test. I know it's very intimidating to go into a test like this that reviews pretty much everything you've learned over a 2-year span, or if you're like us, an 18-month span. But I do really wish you the best of luck, and I know you guys can do this. So I'll see you guys next time. Best of luck. Let me know if you guys have taken the test before, or if you've taken the test before, let me know down in the comments. Or if you guys have other resources for all of us to share that in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching.